So this is what I made when he was making his house. This is the cafe, and they grow their own coffee beans. That's the coffee bean field right there. Now we go in, and it's an enormous agricultural cafe.
That's great.
Heyo, everybody! It's Johnny5 Alive here, and I am joined with Zellixor.
Heyo.
So I know in the last episode I said we were going to go into Act 5, but we did more stuff, and you guys were it was a few episodes ago where you were supposed to meet Zellixor. So we're going to do multiplayer, and then we're trying to do multiplayer, and I couldn't because I was in the middle of a story arc, and it sent me to Skalcatraz. And you were actually there in the recording a little bit, Zell, and then I had to let you go. So you guys kind of met Zell, but now you got to actually meet Zell. And we gave him a nice little costume, so he's looking fashionable today. So yeah, you got to meet Synchros. He's part of the Team 5, and I mean, if you guys watch the Planet Coaster videos, you already know both of them. But yeah, now, I mean, and then the spotlights, Zell's been in the spotlights with me, so, but this is our first Let's Play together. So me and Synchros, in the last episode, you guys saw what I built, and then Synchros was like, oh, I'm gonna build some stuff with you, maybe I'll build over here, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll do something, and then we did a bunch of stuff. So now I can, well, he's not here, but I gotta show off his stuff to both you guys and Zellixor simultaneously, and then Zell is going to have to do his initiation process, and in the next episode I suppose you'll see what he did there, and then we'll go to Act 5. But I feel like there's so much to talk about with multiplayer and so much more that we built that I'm just excited to show everybody, like show you guys what we did and show Zell. Zell's seen a few screenshots, but you haven't seen it in person. No. And we did find out something interesting. Any materials that are in your bags when you leave my game, they don't they do disappear, but if you go up to the warp gate, there's a retrieve feature, and it splooges out all the lost items from players who left your game, and they all just appear right here. So yeah, that's a nice thing, but there are certain, like, basically anything that Zell you want to craft, it comes from my bags, but there are certain things, like you can't dye things from my bags because you physically need the dye on hand. But we found that I put the dyes in the community chest, and it was letting me dye from anywhere in the world. Like, it knows what's in the chest, and so there's certain things that we just dump in the chest, and it's like one of these chests, and we put it in the farm, and that seems to work. So fun little thing we just got is the pencil tool. I can now steal blueprints, and to show you guys here, I've stole a tree. And I placed that tree down, and I put a bunch of bark and leaves in the chest, and the NPCs made me a bark tree, which you guys will see. So this little tool works, and it's freaking amazing. And I did a bunch of other stuff. So why don't we go over and talk about it, and I'll give Zell the grand tour. So pour it on over to the Green Gardens. Yeah. So me and Synchros are talking. We need to make a train station, like right out front of the Green Gardens here. Like a mine train, cool. And it'll take you, you know, for each of the places. We'll have different stops because this place is going to get big, and we need a train station, I think. So look at this. Look at the big tree, dude.
Oh wow, that's nice.
I'm turning it into. I'm building a house inside of the tree. It's a work in progress right now, but Zell just got home, so I said, okay, I'll pause this and we'll do the tour. So
nice.
As you can see, all the mountains, they are green. I've been using.
Did you do that yourself?
Yeah, so there's a couple techniques, and if you pull out the chisel tool, the trowel.
Oh yeah.
And then we can get some grass. So limey green grass. Hey, ow! You canceled my freaking menu.
No, there was an ant.
Oh.
Trying to murder you.
So the nice thing about
thank you. Hello.
Thanks. So the nice thing about the trowel is, like, okay, well, first of all, I need to pull out one of these guys. The Woody Goody. So, if you place this down, it won't actually work on the cement stuff or the rock. So it's useless. But if you use the trowel and you swap out the rock, and in order to get this much grass, I had to do the opposite. I went to a place that had all the grass, and I just swapped rock for grass, right?
So did you go to another island?
Yeah, and I just troweled up like thousands of grass, and and I had to make sure it was a specific kind, because this is the kind he actually mows in to this area.
Because you have this yellowish grass as well.
It has to be this kind. So once you do all that, then you drop the acorn on. Now he'll turn. Now trees will grow here, and it's a good amount. But what's even crazier is if you want to go a little extra ham, you could take some acorns out and plop some acorns around, and you'll get even more trees. This will grow trees naturally, but that'll just assure that more trees will grow. And that's how I got a nice line of trees on the ridge, and I want to go do some more. But basically, I got to still trowel the rest of the island over there. I mean, there's just barren wasteland over here. So there still needs to be a lot of work, but when you start doing it, it really makes a difference. Like, the place is looking beautiful. This area over here was a pit. I filled it in. That took me a little minute.
Yeah, I was thinking
It was a terrible looking pit, so that's filled in, and now all I have to do is trowel in some grass and fill it up, and it'll be a nice little valley to build in. We can make a lot more houses or restaurants or whatever we want. And I was looking at the Wikipedia, and I actually almost that's a separate video in itself, I think. But the rooms were blowing my mind. You can make a torture chamber. Like, you could
really?
You could yes. You could do so much stuff. Prison cells. There's just so much. I was just screaming when I was reading through them. I was like, Synchros, look at this. And he was like, I can't believe it. That's why I was linking it to you. I was like, read through the rooms. There's so many, and it's just a certain combination of things, and it'll actually create certain things. But what I actually just unlocked, if we just go into this barn here for a sec, and now you can hit the view info button. Do you see like a pie?
Oh yeah, I've never seen that.
So that's a new feature I've unlocked, where now if you push the select button over anything in your menu, so if you open up your menu and you hit select, it'll give you information about the item, right? So if you go to like a door, it'll actually say, well, let's see here, certain decorative items. It'll tell you whether, like, what mood it is. Yeah, natural, normal, cool. So if you really want like the ambience of something to be a certain way, you want to try to grab, there's nothing. If you want a flamboyant room, you can grab nothing but flamboyant items and put them in there. And yeah, so like that's a new thing, and I didn't know about that. So there's just new stuff that just keeps.
This is just
It's a tiny natural barn.
Yeah.
But before it was just a tiny barn, and now with the theming, the ambience put in, now it's a tiny natural barn. So you can make a tiny cute barn, a tiny flamboyant barn, a tiny cheeky barn, right?
Yeah.
So like,
this is nice.
Yeah. So this was my very first creation, was the little red barn. I was proud of it because I dyed the red wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I made the wheat thing. So this is basically what everyone saw in the last episode, was this little field, but I've added a lot more. So we're gonna give you the grand tour. So the wheat field, you come down here. We got the cabbage patch field.
Different levels to it.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I definitely wanted to build here, because of the elevation, the noise. So this is Rosie's house.
Unlocked all of this. Yeah,
but,
nice.
It's not going to be Rosie's house anymore. I'm moving her to the treehouse, because her whole goal with Furrowfield Farms was to grow the dia tree and make it into a thriving farm. So I figured I'd rebuild her a dia tree, and she could look out over the whole farm from up there, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So this, excuse me, this is going to be my house. And Synchros has his own house, and your initiation, in order to have privilege to build in this wonderful town, you have you have to build Zelixor's house, and it has to be a worthy creation. And
of course,
when you're finished, we're gonna name one of the NPCs Zelixor and assign him to the house, so it becomes Zelixor's house. And so you'll be here in spirit even when you're not. And I did the same.
Thought.
Yeah, I did the same thing with Synchros. So I'll show you that. So so let's show you the initiation process that I put Synchros through. So he had to build his own house.
God.
So I just put this in. We got these new.
That's nice. Oh yeah, and this.
Yeah, I want to change this though, because there is a room. If you have one of the quests is to make an animal house, not like a field. So this is considered a natural paddock. So it does work for the animals, but there's an actual room that you need to make for the animals. So I think what we'll do is we'll just convert this into just a different kind of field, like a different plant, and we'll actually make like a big animal barn, like a big one, and make it proper. So I think this one has to get converted. So if we come down here, this is Synchros' house. Now, I did touch it up for him. He didn't quite finish his garden, so I did this, and I put the brick lining on. And then out front of his house was looking a little scrubbish, so I turned it into a garden. I did all this garden work. But look when I did it, it turned into a large flower garden because there's a gate. And but he put the tree here and the swing. That's all he had here was a bench and a tree. So I put like the little stuff down. He did the cobblestone as well, but I just put all these flowers and stuff down to make it pretty.
Nice.
But we could go on and
nice actually. I thought it was going to be a bit more.
You know what?
Higher up.
The cobblestone. What I was trying to tell him to do is to rotate them so it's not so repetitive.
Okay.
Because he's got it all like samey. You know what I mean? So if you rotate them a bit, see that looks way better.
Okay. Let's see. So is there a party or what? Okay, I'm gonna get into his house.
Yeah, let's go check out his house. I love what he did with the fireplace.
Yeah, that's nice.
It fits in really nicely.
You're gonna get different blocks later on, which would perfectly match.
Oh wait. Hey, hold on. Sit on the couch. I need you to sit on the couch. I have the best idea right now, because he was like, "This is gonna be amazing."
Oh God. Are you gonna kneel down?
No. Oh, that's messed up. Wait, how come I can't take the screenshot? How do you... Oh, there we go. We don't need any filters. We're gonna save the snapshot. Okay. Now... What? Why is it not working?
Maybe the room is too small.
What?
Why did I get chicken legs and beef in my inventory?
Chicken legs and beef?
Yeah, I think some of your chickens got murdered. Poor things.
What happened to that picture frame?
You knocked it off the wall.
Yeah, it's not functioning properly.
Oh, you can put a screenshot on there?
You could put a screenshot on there, and he was asking me to put a screenshot on there, and I thought it would be hilarious to put a screenshot of you on there. Is it backwards or something? Why is it not working?
I don't know.
I know I did it for the other place. Are you able to interact with the picture?
No.
That is very strange. What if I put another one down? That's not right. I know for a fact, like, you could put a picture on it. It's not working for some reason. Oh. Wait. There we go. It's just in a weird spot, I think.
Oh, okay. But I don't see it.
You don't?
No. What?
Maybe it just needs to like save the game, because I know Synchros put a picture on one of the frames, and I could see it.
No, I don't.
That's strange. Maybe you just gotta like reload in the game, let it save. You know, it just needs an update. So yeah, as you come up, if you come up to the sign, it says this is Synchros' room, and there is a guy in this world named Synchros. So. Yeah, so he's assigned to live here because it's like we don't really need the beds, you know.
No.
So and we don't need the houses.
I do use them actually when I'm
But not in multiplayer because the time does not. At nighttime, you can't fast travel through.
Yeah, okay, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So that's Synchros' house. It looks pretty nice, right?
Yeah.
He did a good job with it.
A bit more.
It needs more decorations on the inside. He says he's gonna spruce it up later.
Good.
But
yeah,
like, I think that's
Synchros and his building skills. I mean, this will be. It's gonna look pretty good.
All right. Let's. So when he was building his house, I decided to make my own creation, and that is, well, you haven't seen this yet. This is my tomato field.
Trellis field.
Yeah, I love the trellis works nice. And then I made a little garden out here, Zen garden.
Nice. What's this? Oh, this is the bamboo thingy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I love these beams.
Yeah.
The 3 beams. I love that building piece.
Yeah, definitely.
So good.
So this is what I made when he was making his house. This is the cafe. And look at the windows, first of all, the outside.
Yeah,
so
nice.
the cafe,
Slime thing?
and they grow their own coffee beans. That's the coffee bean field right there. So
I wish.
now we go in, and it's an enormous agricultural cafe. Look at what's her name? Lillian?
Yeah.
She runs this whole coffee shop. She brews all the coffee. And these are like all simple sitter sets and stuff. She does all the work.
It's child labor.
Yeah. And look at all the pictures on the walls and stuff. Do you see this picture on the wall?
Yeah, that one I see.
The Dia tree? This one.
Oh no, I don't see that one.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Because Synchros said he saw the Dia tree. I was like, did you see the
no.
Dia tree picture? And he's like, yeah, I see it. So
That's weird.
It's not loading in for you, but it did for him. Well, that's strange. But yeah, it's pretty decorated in here.
Yeah,
Right?
it's super nice. I like the ceiling as well, and then the blue lights here.
Oh yeah, look straight up. There's a what do you call it?
Skylights.
No, the glass window, sunroof or whatever. It's glass, right?
Yeah. I thought
Okay.
it was skylight or whatever.
And I like the different elevations of the windows where you can see the coffee beans growing out here, right?
Yeah.
And it makes us feel like we're in a basement, but we're not.
Yeah.
The different elevations, and out back or out the side here, we have a reading area. You gonna come out?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, we have
Ooh.
we have a reading area and a Zen garden.
Oh, did you find the statue?
I guess so.
Okay. It was a secret. Like somewhere, it was a little secret somewhere.
Let's take you upstairs to the coffee bean farm.
It's nice because it's very like tiny.
Have a seat. It's not though.
nice.
The house is enormous.
Yeah, but I mean, no, it's not tiny, but it's like everything is very close together. It's really cozy.
Right.
That gives us a nice vibe.
What I usually like to do is clear a path to the thing, but they're not finished growing yet. So check this out. I bet you didn't even know this was here.
Ta-da! Roof terrace.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like the trellis half overhanging the terrace, half here. It's
Thank
really
you.
nice.
Yeah, it gives it a little bit more of that nature feel. And that big brick wall or whatever, the rock wall, just looks so ugly. So having all that hanging stuff just kind of really made it feel more natural, you know? And now we have the trees growing above it, which is really just the cherry on top. But I like the little hits of blue everywhere. I wanted to make it like a Channel 5 gaming coffee house.
Channel 5, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm watching, or I'm looking at all of this, and I'm like, some pieces I don't even think I have those.
Well, you will if you're in my game.
Yeah, but it's weird because I'm way further in the story.
Oh, that's right. You are further than me, aren't you?
It's such a weird thing.
Oh, maybe.
I think everyone gets different, you just discover different stuff, right?
Maybe. Because there's like the eureka moments, right? So
Yeah.
me just building stuff, I learn new recipes and different things like that.
Okay.
So there's certain things that I want to build, but I'm holding off on. And I'll talk about that over here. Like, we want to make a dye house somewhere around here because they'll actually create dyes. I want to bake a big blacksmith in the wall, like a cave. But I want to wait till I have all the stuff from the War Act, right? So I'm holding off on that. Let's go up here.
It's nice. Yeah, I built a blacksmith.
This is really cool.
I think I love this waterfall.
But look inside. Yeah, you wait there on the bridge.
Take a shower. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, come on in here.
If you're into that kind of stuff.
You like the double sliding doors?
Yeah, it's nice. I use those as windows.
Oh, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
So what I also want to do is, and like the drains, the trellis for the drains.
Great. Smart. I like these towels as well. I've never seen those.
Oh. So what I want to do is make a men's bathroom and a female's bathroom on either side. I know that I probably should have separated the showers for male and female, but whatever. It's not like they're actually getting naked, so it's fine.
No.
They're in towels. But the bathrooms, they'll have like a female bathroom, a male bathroom. But then I want a staircase going downstairs, and we'll, on the bottom half of the, just like the window for the shower area, we'll have one down below for the lower half, and we'll make like an underground swimming area and change rooms.
Sauna?
Yes, saunas, all that stuff, and we'll have like change rooms. So they can get changed and all that, because there's certain achievements for change rooms, right? So, so this like whole waterfall area, we'll do a whole vertical build of bathrooms, change rooms, saunas, pools, you know, all that stuff. So you get everything here. So what a perfect spot would be for all them to sleep is right here. So that's Synchros' second project that he's been working on. Let's go downstairs, go on in. We'll actually go right to the front door so you can take a look at it from the outside. Yeah, I like the shape of his building, though. He put a lot of depth into the pieces.
Oh, that's nice, yeah. The roofs are really nice.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a gap there. I don't know what he's going to do to fix that. It looks a little weird.
Yeah, but still,
yeah.
I like the shape.
I put the little awning on with the flower plot that I did on the cafe over there just to see how it looked. And it looks pretty nice. I think that spruces it up quite nicely. He needs to come up with a color scheme and try that on all of them, I think.
I love all the different...
But just like the jutting out, the depth. He's got a water wheel on the side as well. It's nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So this is going to basically be the hotel. So he's got to figure out the bedroom spacing downstairs, but there'll be like a little reception area. I don't know. Looks like he's doing a chill room here, like a lounge. The fireplace. And if we go upstairs, there are some bedrooms already done, and they are sleeping in them. So.
Oh, nice.
He's leaving the doors open, I think, because he doesn't want this to become like 30 rooms.
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's still cozy, right? And,
yeah, it is for sure.
Yeah, and there's going to be
nice.
quite a bit of rooms fit in here. So, yeah, it works. Tiny balcony. So what I told him to do is to make a secret room, because you know me, I like my secret rooms. So if we come out here, he's working on it. There's going to be a way to get up into the attic. There's going to be a secret attic room.
That's not a secret anymore, though.
Oh, I guess I spoiled it. Whoops.
Oops.
Yeah. Surprise! Super secret room. No, it's fine. It's still a secret room.
Yeah, of course.
It's just a hidden room compartment. So yeah, what else do we have here? I mean, what the viewers saw was just like the little farm area, like no restaurant, no Synchros house, and no inn. So it was everything that you see in the center there was done. I didn't really do a whole lot to the stuff in the center other than I added in this extra, what is it, like whatever these vegetables are.
Eggplants?
Aubergine? Aubergine? Is that how you say it?
Eggplant, yeah.
Eggplant. Yeah, so I added these eggplants in. I don't know, I was going to fill it all the way in, but because they're so tall, I figured I'd leave a little path. What do you think?
Yeah, that's true. That's better.
Because
nice.
I felt like my system's a little bit broken in some cases because, as you saw with the house over there, the cabin, you have to go through a cabbage field to get to it. And same with this, like people are running through the tomato plants to get to the restaurant. But but there is like an opening. So I was like, is this like weird that you're passing through these farms to get around? But it's only with a couple of them. And so with this one, I decided, hey, I'll leave a path so it seems a little bit more clean.
Yeah, of course. No, it's fun. I mean, it doesn't
But
all have
the
to be
nice thing about
field.
this is the NPCs won't plant them here because you have to put the stick first.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'd be putting them all over here. So
Yeah, you get all those dead plants.
you wouldn't be able to do this otherwise.
Yeah.
Because they just.
Hey, I was thinking about this. Well, because they harvest automatically, right? And in the beginning, in Act 1, they said if you use it a lot of times, the crop will disappear.
Yeah, I haven't seen the crops disappear, or maybe they do, but they replant them. I have
Where did they get the seeds?
I put them in the barn. So they have like a big surplus of seeds in the barn.
But also, like if a chest is full, let's say with all these eggplants, like what will happen? Will they just continue to?
Oh, they'll just find another chest. They'll start putting them in the kitchen. They start putting them in this chest out here.
Yeah.
They just find other chests. Yeah.
I was thinking at some point maybe it will just stay on the farm. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Come check out the treehouse. So I got the statue. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, now I see the wooden thing underneath. How did you get that? Is it you just build it?
Killed one of them, like the big boss one.
Aha.
Yeah. All right, let's go up.
Yeah.
So this is how you get up the treehouse, like right up the trunk.
All those acorns, did you place them or were they there?
They are part of the blueprint, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I'm still working on the spacing, but I've actually left the branches in, and I'm going to leave that as a part of it. But in order to make this a room, I had to put this, like, thing in the center, because there needs to be a door, right?
Of course, yeah.
But
what are you going to do with the walls?
I'm going to put glass and stuff in, I think, and, yeah, just glass, because look at the ceiling. The ceiling's glass.
Yeah.
I'll put a mixture of wood and glass, right?
Yeah, maybe a little farm, like
potted plants,
3-4 blocks. Yeah, and some plants and.
Yeah, there's this ladder on the back side too. You can go right up. So I was thinking this could be like a cool little greenhouse area or something.
That could be. Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna put. I'm gonna fluff it up a little bit so it doesn't look so weird. Because right now the box is pretty large and it's kind of like jutting out a little bit. So I'm just going to go around and add some more of these leaf blocks. I had to do a perfect straight leaf block all the way around because I needed scaffold. I needed scaffold to build all this upper stuff. And I'm probably going to need more because I'm not going to be able to reach putting all the walls in.
Yeah.
But this thing is super fragile. Like, don't hit your hammer up here. Don't even have your hammer. These leaves will blow away in one hit.
Really?
Yeah, one little tap and they're all gone. It's brutal.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it's a little nerve-wracking working up here when you're trying to like move blocks and like, oh, let's take this one out. Break like 4 leaves. You're like, oh crap.
Gotta go in first person.
But yeah, for sure. There's definitely some handy stuff. Oh, what I didn't show you with the trowel, I wanted to show you earlier. Did you know that there's a different mode for filling?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to do that.
Oh, okay. Well, you want me to show you?
Yeah, sure.
First of all, I just want to enjoy the view up here. Now you can see all the tree work that I planted all the way around the valley. It took me like freaking an hour or something. But then I had an hour to gather it all too. So to fill this whole valley up, I mean, if me and you and Synchros go out and collect all this stuff, it'll go so much faster.
Yeah.
I don't even care if I have to plant it all. Just kidding.
Can we go to another island? Like together on multiplayer.
Yeah, like, you can go to all the extra. Yes, except for the axe. All the other islands.
You can stay. Like I can stay here, and you can go to an island.
We have to go together.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, but it's cool because me and Synchros were out on islands gathering stuff. He was getting NPCs. I was grabbing things, and we came back with so much more stuff, so much quicker, right? And did you know? I looked at the map online. There are 5 bonus islands that we still haven't found that come after Act 3. 5 more.
Nice. That's a lot.
Yeah,
This
and
game is huge.
I always find more stuff on these islands, and I'm like, oh my god, like we were finding corn, rice.
I know, right? I
also-
found potatoes.
Oh, we haven't found those yet.
You know, I found hot water.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, for the bottomless thing, pot.
Oh, that's cool.
So you get, yeah, it was in one of those player-made blueprints on one of the generated islands. Yeah, so I just scooped it up and
now,
have hot water.
Now that we have the pencil, we can steal those player-made blueprints if we want, if they're good.
Yeah.
And nab them up and come put them down here. But I want to
seen
try.
some
I want
crazy
to.
ones.
I want to try avoiding that, like unless it's like quaint and cute. But like, you know, I want this place to be stuff we made, not
Yeah, of course.
stuff we just populate. So let's go down here. You're gonna probably need some blocks or something. So let me give you.
I've got 138 earth.
Okay. So pull out your trowel. Hold A, and then when the menu pops up, push down on your D-pad, and then hit select or hit A. And now,
Fill mode.
yeah. So now you'll have like this wall, right? And it'll literally build a wall.
Build the wall. Oh, oops.
So imagine blocking out a house. How much faster that goes.
Yeah, it's very fast.
And now what you can also do is you can take your trowel. Can you kill these ants? Frick.
Come on, Melrick. Oh, I didn't even see this one here.
And now if we switch to the other mode, we could just swap that stuff, you know? Oh, we want to paint the walls red. Here we go, right? Look how much faster that goes for, like, you know, blocking out a house, right?
That's crazy.
So the fill one it's a little janky because you can't really change the shape and you can't really, you know.
Yeah.
But
It's like
it does it does a 2x5. So if you're, you know, building walls or whatever, but then it gets kind of funky because if you're trying to do it from here, right? Like now you have to build scaffold anyways, and you're faster off just, yeah. But just an initial row, it's pretty helpful. But I still find it like I'm messing up more than anything.
Yeah, okay.
But it's definitely a nice thing to know about. Pa.
Kaplow.
Voila. So we have this nice little area to fill in. So,
where do you want my house?
Well, we have to give you your initiation quest. You see, what the NPCs did with all this?
Yeah,
I want us to do that all over. Like the three of us just go into worker ant mode, and because it looks so much better with this, right?
Yeah, it does.
Just cap off these corners and put some wood down. Yeah, banking for sure. We just got to do that everywhere. But once, I mean, that's like a final touch thing. And what we were thinking is doing a train station here, right at the top. And I guess it would go out one way and take you to the Icelands, and then the other way, it would just take you to the other canyon, and then it would take you back down here because we have all this area to build down there, and then obviously it would take you over to the Oasis, right? So, I think it'd be fun to build a train station. Now this area down here is a little bit weird because it's like, what do we do? Do we build down there too? Because I think it's like you lose sight of the town when you're down there, you know.
Maybe.
What I was thinking, what we could do, we could do this. We could do what I did over here and fill it, like, fill it right up to like here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we could shave that top part down a little bit, and at least it kind of connects it together on a somewhat level area. You know what I mean? And then over here, what we just do is make monuments over here, like big stuff too.
Yeah.
Like put some of those, because it's just way too low.
Yeah, it is. Maybe. Yeah, no, I don't know. The only thing maybe you could do, we can make a racetrack.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I looking at the map, like just you look at the 3D map or whatever. We're filling this area up, and it's gonna fill up with. If we all just do another couple builds each, this area's just packed. So we need this area. We need to do something with it. This is where we're gonna be building next. So when any strip clubs we do, any bars, any shopping districts, it all has to be down here.
Yeah.
Or on the other side, because there's another side right over here. If we come over here, there's a whole back area back here as well. So,
yeah, this is a nice area as well.
So once we make it all green and we just shave things down or fill things in, it's good. See, I like things being at different levels. Like, I like that it's lower. But the thing is, I just don't like how it's, like, the line of sight is blocked, right?
Yeah,
it's got a big, giant canyon in between it. So if we could just, like, shave it down and bring it up, and that way it'd be more of, like, a rolling hill, like, you know what I mean? Like, it...
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to see that stuff.
That.
So we just got to do some landscaping is all. But
Yeah.
I like working with the landscaping they have because as a result, look what we get here, right? I thought putting the tree at the top of this hill would be nice, and now I'm going to have to work in like a cascading garden that rolls down the hill and, you know, work some stairs into that and make it all pretty. And it'll really come to life as a really fancy gardeny hill for, what's her name? Rosie.
Rosie. Yeah. We can also just knock a hole through this thing.
Yeah, big tunnel and make it with supports and stuff, like with that one spotlight we checked out.
Like from here in the corner.
A big one so you can kind of see through it and you can see what's over there, you know, and it kind of...
here?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That'll work.
As many tunnels as we can and opening areas, and then we run some mine trains through it and stuff so it takes you over there or whatever. Or like our train station from here to there. And what I was also thinking is like that is a cafe, but we need an actual like feast hall or a restaurant. I want to take a lot of the frying pans out of there and just put more kegs because I want them to just be mainly serving coffee there. But they will cook food like crazy because I put the frying pans in. You take the frying pans out and then it's just a cafe, right?
Yeah.
So what we could do over here is like when you get out of the train station, there's some sort of eating hall around here, right? And because all the people rush to the eating place and it's so busy. So you would have all this traffic like outside of the train station and it's a great like way to greet the people coming in on the trains.
We can make sort of like, you know, where a lot of central stations have like this, you know, just food area. Could do something like that. So you get out to this hall where there's all different kinds of restaurants.
Right. Strip mall or something. But we don't have a lot of room here. So if we had a train station here, like, yeah, whatever, we'd have to have a building smack dab right here. A big eating hall.
Or plaza, something.
Yeah. Or you can stuff it over in the corner here. So that's what we got to figure out what we want to do with your house. So you need to make a house. And I'm also going to... You have to pick a plant to grow at your house. So... what we have in the barn is the stuff we haven't used yet is pumpkins, sugarcane, chili seeds, sweet corn kernels, rice, buckwheat, medicinal shrub seeds, gladiolus, bamboo.
Yeah.
So you get to pick one, but...
Maybe I'll do chilies.
That'd be cool, because I was going to say the rice and the bamboo we should save for, like, an Asian temple on the top of the mountain. I think we should do, like, rice patties at the top of the mountain. You know what I mean? Make, like, a temple with, like, a little, like, a training room inside of it, you know?
Yeah, of course. And you get some...
so there are only...
Free as well, which will be helpful.
There are only 29... seeds right now, and you need 64 for the plot. But what you can do is space them like checkers.
Yeah, but this which island is it?
We'll go get more.
Iridescent island or something that has like chilies everywhere. Yeah.
No, they're not everywhere, but yeah, it's the yeah, I know what you mean. But what you can do just to start is space them checkered, right?
Yeah.
And then you'll get the full plot filled by doing it checkered. Whenever you get more seeds, just throw them in the bin, and the NPCs will fill in the rest. So if you want to go with chilies, I mean, for the viewers, Zell is a chef. That's his profession.
Ah, right.
So the Chili's does kind of suit your personality, right?
Hot and spicy.
Yeah, it's a good thing to cook with. It's better than freaking buckwheat, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
It's an additive, not a base, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Synchros went with strawberries. He's a little strawberry boy. I just think he likes the color red. So.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I was wondering why there wasn't a giant Canadian leaf somewhere on the building.
He went with the red windows and strawberries. I made a little blue cafe. So yeah, you got to put your own personal touch on your house. We just got to figure out a spot for you to build it. So obviously I'm building in that corner with the tree, and I'm going to be filling that corner up pretty heavily.
I'm starving. I'm going to get some food.
I have some... Yeah, there's plenty of food in the middle bin, the middle chest. Cooked stuff goes in there. So yeah, this corner here is obviously taken up too. So we're looking to do something.
Well, you tell me where you want it.
No,
that's probably the best.
I mean, I think the choice
should
be yours.
Planned. Yeah, but not that you have anything planned there already.
Right. So I was just telling you the two spots I have planned is the two corners where the tree is, and where I started that blacksmithy. So basically, the back end where the waterfall is kind of taken, because Synchros is still working on his house. I'm working on the tree. So, and then there's that little blacksmithy area that I got to fill in still. So that whole back end is taken, but so you could take anything in the front. Now, I think it'd be a little bit rude to put it right here in the center, because we still have to figure out, like, this is where the train will be, and then it's like, welcome to the town. So we need to come up with something here.
What about this here?
So yeah, you can build off to the side here, anywhere on this left side, sure. You could build anywhere here. You could also build anywhere on this right side, right, as well. Yeah. You could build next to Synchros' house if you'd like. But if you really want to go ham, I mean, hey, you could go like at the top, like by the waterfall, right? If you want. If you come over here, now look where I'm facing, like next to the tree. There's this like between the tree and Synchros' house. There's like this nice little like rock chunk, and I was like, "What? Something needs to be built there, you know? Right inside that crevice. I think there's something that would look good there. But if you build right there right now, there's a lot of noise in this one direction. But
yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of buildings being built there. There's some emptiness all up top. So if you want to build at the top of the waterfall or at the top of the mountain, and your house is looking down at everything, you know, carve out a little path and some stairs leading you up there. Or you could just build back here. This is a nice little spot here that we don't know what we're doing. I mean, it's it would connect in nicely, make a path coming out from here, put your farm anywhere here, or your house there, and your farm on the upper top. Work with that hilliness.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good spot.
Yeah, and then up top we could do, I don't know, we could build, all of us build another thing.
Yeah, like I said, I like the idea of an Asian temple, like right at the top there. And we can see all the rice paddies kind of like cascading down the mountain.
Yeah, all these layered.
Yes. Yeah,
let's do it. I'll just build something here.
I mean, I
claimed.
Yeah, sure. And then I guess in the future episodes, you guys, you're going to see what Zellixor ended up making. You're going to see my finished treehouse when I get that all done.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. He just makes an outhouse. We don't have a single bathroom on this side. So I do have to make an outhouse at some point. But like I said, I'm going to put that in the waterfall there, that whole area.
Just connect it to the waterfall so everything just flows downstream.
Just like Brownfall.
Brownfall.
But this, like, so what do you think of the whole town?
Yeah, it's starting to look nice. I can't wait till it's completely.
I mean,
everything filled in here.
It's just crazy. It's crazy to think that when we arrived here, it was all just rock.
Nothing. Yeah, it's just
absolute rock. And that's what I love so much about the game. Even just going ahead and topping off the tops with green and trees, it makes a difference. And you built that. Like
Yeah.
I built it. I didn't have to place it block by block, thank God. But
Yeah.
I used the tools that the game provided me to make this place more lush, and even just being able to place a bark tree. I think that is so cool.
Yeah.
And then
Everything.
it took the NPCs 3 full days to make that bark tree.
Really?
It was so funny watching them climb up and like place the blocks one at a time. It's so cool, and I was so happy just watching them build that thing.
Why didn't you go with the DT tree? It's too big.
You can't. It won't let you.
Oh, really?
You can't reuse the Diachu tree. Yeah, it's one of the few
Okay.
blueprints you can't reuse. But yeah, I was going to, because I didn't have the pencil tool, right? So that's when I came up with the idea of if I can unlock the pencil, I can go to the place, I can get the tree, and then bam. So it definitely creates a landmark, and I'm like, okay, we need more landmarks, we need more towers and stuff. But we need them in certain areas where you start to lose that line of sight. Like I said, we go down that canyon and we lose that line of sight. But having that train station at the top there, that's a landmark. And then we make some guard towers or something, and then we just build some more stuff over there that makes that area interesting. But
Yeah.
it's really amazing, because I know I was saying this to Zell earlier. Like when I made this, I was sick the other day, and I made this barn and this little wheat field. And, like, it took me, like, freaking 2 hours just to do that. And I was like, I'm terrible at this game. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, like, create anything good. And I was obviously just low on energy. I was sick. I mean, I still am. So I just had the creative juices, and just managing the inventory and not knowing what all the pieces are, how to use them. It's overwhelming. But I did that, and I was like, okay, let's jump back in here and give it another shot. And I made that basic cabin, and then I made this trellis thing. And this is when I started getting creative, like working with the details, the little plants and stuff, and putting all these little pieces in, and then doing all the pathways. And then it just expanded to where I did the coffee house. And I'm definitely proud of that, because while it's just a big boxy coffee house, it's all the different levels that brought it together, like the mid-level garden, the lower level porch, and then the upper level back area. It has a lot of depth to it, but the building itself is very basic, right? And but then once you start making an interesting roof with glass on there and a porch, also the building doesn't feel so basic. And then when you decorate the inside, it doesn't feel basic anymore either, right? So you could just make it's basically an L shape, right? Or a square with like a chunk taken out of it. That's all it is. But once you just layer it up, you're like, okay, this is like really, really nice. But when you start building it, you're like, this is garbage, right? Like, this is going to just look like a crappy box. But the game has so many things to layer and layer and layer. When you come out of it, you're like, oh, I'm really proud of this. Like, it looks nice. And then you just get excited. Well, what can I do next, right? And as I'm building that, Synchros is over here building this freaking inn. And, like, our inspiration and our creativity is kind of, like, feeding each other. And he goes, hey, what do you think of this? Come over here. And then, like, I come over and I, like, punch out a couple blocks, and I think, oh, maybe this one will work better. And he's like, oh, that looks great, So it's like, oh, did you try this? And, like, I throw this block in here, and he's like, oh, that looks great, And, like, there's just these little pieces that you kind of help each other figure out. And it makes building so much more fun. And that multiplayer experience of, having Synchros come in here, build that house, build that inn, it filled this area up, like, so much more, right?
Yeah.
Like, those are two big areas that he made. Like,
yeah, that's for sure.
If we just look at what I made over here, what he added on is like a third of what I made. So he just increased my, like, size by, like, whatever, 20-30%, right? And now you're going to build an area, and it's like, boom, another 10% added on. And it fills up so quickly with all these people. And, we've only been playing this area. Like, when I started building this barn, it was just like a couple days ago. This whole area
It's gonna be fun, like,
blew up.
running around with 4 people in this.
Yes. So if we can get, like, Thunder or Rohana and Synchros, like,
Rohana,
if we're all just overbuilding our own buildings, and then we go do a show and tell after, Like in an hour, we just boom expanded the whole area. So
Yeah.
my whole point behind this is it's amazing how quickly things come together once you get the hang of the game. I started this treehouse like 20 minutes ago, and I'm just punching out blocking it out. You know, I mean, I didn't even have to make the tree; they did it. So I just carved it out.
That's great about this game. I mean, you know, Minecraft, where you just like a big project
by
and you're
block.
just like, oh, I just want to stop. You know, here you don't have to do that. They just build it for you, and then you take out the pieces you want.
Yeah, to iterate on that, if I bust out the pencil tool, I can literally draw a marker. Oh, how do I do this? Start the marker there, and then I can bring it all the way over. You see this big... Do you see it, Zell?
I see the corner.
And then I draw a line here. Oh, can't place that there. Yeah, so I just draw 2 points, and then I can go up to it and go draw blueprint. And you don't see this, Zell, but the viewers will. And you can see I just blueprinted Synchros' entire house here. And I could save that blueprint. You can save up to 4. And then you have to start overriding
also, you said to me it's only 4. And then I thought, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Because, you know, if you take another one, you delete one.
And then
you
grab
just
it again.
go and grab it again. Yeah. So it's amazing.
You could just rotate for it. But even with this, like... To show people you can change the levels, I could just save the bottom half if I want. So if there's like a certain floor that you want, then you could start stacking blueprints, like stack level 1 on top of level 2 and then stack the roof on top, you know what I mean? So you can create like modular levels that you know, stack on top of each other. So once you have this blueprint, you slap it down on the ground, and then all you have to do is put a box with all the materials in, and the NPCs will come and build the entire thing for you. It's literally the craziest thing. It's a marvel to watch. They just come up and they're all like, let's get this thing done, and they're all happy and they're like, this is amazing, let's work together, and you're just like, this is so cute, like, and they're just working away doing your thing. Now how was that useful, the blueprints? Like, I know, like, I don't really see a use for it. Like, I don't want to blueprint my own house because I made it already. You know what I mean? But, like, grabbing that tree was amazing. So, in terms of, like, hey, Johnny's not online and Zell's, you know, wants to play. Well, now Zell can build his house in his game, blueprint it, and bring it over, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully that's the case, right? Do you think...
I hope so, yeah.
Hopefully. Or maybe I join your game and blueprint it and then come back and put it in mine.
Yeah, maybe.
Tricky.
Let's try it out.
We have to figure that part out. But, you know, there's... Or he could just be like, I'm going to build it over here. I'm going to, you know, find a flat area and dink around with something. And if you don't like it, we could demolish it, right? And if I like it, I can blueprint it and bring it over, right? So... or if we just want a second thing, right? Like, I make a guard tower, blueprint it,
of course.
put it over there. Yeah. So in terms of, like, duplicating things, it's extremely helpful. But... there's also the islands that you go to that are randomly generated. They all spawn a player-created building, player-created blueprint creation. So you can nab those if you want and bring them to these worlds and place them down. So there's definitely a lot of uses for it, but I mainly just wanted it so I could nab up a bark tree. And honestly, I feel like we should place a couple more bark trees just for the sake of it. They look nice. You know?
Yeah, I think so. We should maybe somewhere in this corner where I was gonna build.
They're just good landmarks, you know, and they're fill. Anywhere that it's like empty and we're like, something's missing here, for sure. So much fun to be had. Another freaking almost hour-long episode here of just show and tell. I'm sure there's gonna be plenty more of them in the future. Just, you know, Zell's gonna be making that, I'm gonna be making this, but I do need to get on with Act 3 because there's so many good recipes just waiting for me, and I want to, a lot of the ideas I have in mind right now, I don't really want to build any other cool ideas because I'm like, there's a piece that I need that I don't have yet. Even with the cafe, I don't have chairs. I have nothing but wooden stools. I hate that. So, you know, I have to get new chairs and replace all these wooden stools eventually. And I don't want to build something else and go, oh, now I got to replace these, you know? I don't want to do things twice. I want to just do it right the first time. So,
but this game is so big. How much did you discover? 25% or something?
I think there's a trick to that, though, because the Builderpedia says I've gotten 27%, but it says total crafted. So in order for me to increase that 20%, I would have to go through and craft one of everything. So it doesn't say 27% discovered, it says 27% crafted. So if I craft this deck chair right now, it'll probably, you know, increase that number. So if we craft one of everything, we can actually figure out how much we've really, truly discovered, right? But either way, like, items acquired, you can see that there's pages and pages and pages of question marks. 14 pages of question marks, and I don't know how many items are on these pages. So either way, we've barely scratched the surface of the game. And the rooms, you got to go to the Wikipedia and see all the different rooms. I mean, 26%. Like, I was reading through those rooms, I'm like, I want to build that, I want to build that, I want to build that. I want to make 6 different kinds of restaurants just because, you know, it's cool. But now that I've unlocked that freaking thing where you can get like a tiny natural barn or a tiny flamboyant barn, that just gives me ideas too. You know what I mean? Like, I've unlocked that after I made the cafe. Now I'm like, crap, I need to make like a cool cafe. Right?
Keep on building in this game.
So, plenty of things to discover yet in this game, and you know, I feel like I was just getting to the end of Act 2. I'm like, we're getting to the end of the game, but the game hasn't even started yet. And
true.
My Steam time place is like 80 hours, and I haven't scratched the surface. It's amazing. And now that we're actually building and this place is coming together, I feel that attachment coming, and that, you know, that got to keep the ball rolling. But there's that like an exhaustion factor. Like, building that little restaurant was a lot of work, and now if I were to start a new project somewhere else, it's like, oh, I'm never gonna finish this place. But then when you see Synchros fill a whole area up, it gives you that motivation. You're like, okay, like, this place is filling up fast, you know? So the multiplayer definitely is a necessary component for someone like me, because you guys are my motivation. And maybe I wouldn't even have built that restaurant. I was kind of trying to show off. Like, I want Synchros to see what I created. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, I knew he was over there working on something, and I was like, I gotta make this impressive. Because if he comes running by, sees what I'm working on, he's like, that's shit. I gotta feel bad. So I gotta do my best here. So there's that multiplayer, like, friendly competition, right? And then trying to make things cohesive. Like, you don't want to just make something that doesn't fit this area. So I'm glad that Synchros kind of made things work in this area. It's not like, I'm making a castle over here, Johnny. Screw you. Like, aw, right? So it's about working together. The next area over in the Snowy Lands, we'll do some castles and stuff. It'll be fun. I'm actually kind of excited to do like a tropical resort in the Oasis.
Oh, that'd be nice.
You know, like, I saw a screenshot of someone doing like a tiki chiki place. Like, looked amazing. I was like, oh, that looks so much fun. So I think there's just never-ending fun to be had. So if you guys are watching this series and enjoying it, thank you so much. We definitely appreciate it. It's a very niche game, but it's starting to unravel, and we're just going to see more and more crazy stuff come from us. So thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining in, tuning in, and any last words, Zell?
No, I'm just going to start building.
You're just going to get building. So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully we'll showcase Zelixor's creation soon. But we got to get to Act 3, so maybe we'll hold off until the end of Act 3. Yeah, no pressure. Get to work! Here. Get to work!
Get to work!
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.
Bye now.